Kirby. I like Kirby, and if you're watching this, you probably do too. But does Kirby like us? Let me ask them real quick. Hey Kirby, do you like your fans? Do you love us? Oh, they're sleeping. Well, since Kirby isn't able to confirm or deny, I'm going to have to use my Kirbyology degree to crack this case. Does Kirby love their fans? Yes they do. Kirby loves everyone. Right, little guy? Still asleep, huh? Wait, I've never really had a conversation with them to begin with. Can Kirby even talk? I've heard them say a couple of things here and there, but I wonder. Well, I'm not doing much at the moment anyway, so it's time to research throughout the entire history of the character to figure out the burning question. Can Kirby talk? Hello everyone, I'm DExus and welcome to the DExus Show. Can Kirby speak? Oh, for real? This is bullshit! When asking the question, can Kirby speak, many point out at one of Kirby's more popularly known pieces of media, the Kirby anime, Kirby Right Back at ya. In this anime, Kirby does not speak, or at least can't do so very well. As stated in the anime,
Kirby is just a baby.
While in the games, Kirby is young. In neither iteration, it's specified how old they are, but those are still two different age groups. Since in the anime, Kirby is a baby, Kirby acts like a baby. And babies, as we all know, are notably stupid. But that's okay because it's not their fault. They're still learning about the world and how to communicate. Same thing happens with Kirby in the anime. As a baby, they can't quite communicate verbally, other than with a bunch of gibberish. For Kirby in the anime, that being the infamous That's why, in the anime's narrative framework, Kirby cannot speak and only says Poyo. I'm willing to bet this age difference was made due to the fact that Masahiro Sakurai, father of Kirby and supervisor of the anime adaptation, specifically asked not to have Kirby speak. In a CBC interview with him, he states, "The main character, Kirby, has a certain focus as a game character. This focus revolves around Kirby not speaking. In the game, an effort has been made to avoid highlighting Kirby's personality, ensuring that each player's emotion can be reflected. In the anime, there is a commitment to valuing this game's worldview in this matter, and there is a challenge to having the protagonist remain silent with the aim of preserving that commitment." So according to this response, an attempt was made to keep some similarities between Kirby and anime Kirby, and that similarity being to avoid giving the protagonist of a TV show a personality. Something virtually impossible, since as long as any character has any involvement in any narrative, some bits of personality are given to that said character whether you like it or not, based on their actions, their reactions, their expressions, and their background, all of which Kirby shows in the anime and in-game. And I thought babies were stupid. This is a rule ignored in the other Kirby media made before and after the Kirby Right Back at the anime. As an extremely popular IP, the Kirby series is not just limited to screens, but also has had a long-running history with the medium of ink and page, with the most abundant iteration being manga. In Sakuma Yoshiko's Kirby of the Stars manga series, which ran since 1992 until 2008, Hirokazu Kawa's series, run by Korokoro Comics since 1997 until 2006, Asami Tamigushi's Kirby of the Stars Moritsu Pupupu Hour, run by Shogakukan from 2007 to 2016, and in Aoki Kei and Mikamaru's Kirby of the Stars Pupupu Hero and Kirby of the Stars Ultra Super Pupupu Hero runs in Shongakukan and Dengenki Bazooka from 2009 to 2016, Kirby has been giving up personality, and most important to the topic covered in this video, the ability to talk. Mangas also aren't the only time we see Kirby speak on a page. There are also the Miya Takase light novels, published by Kadokawa Tsuba Bunko since 2014, and is still ongoing to this day. And in these as well, Kirby is fully capable of speech. I hear his mannerisms are comparable to that of an 8-year-old, and well, you know, most kids in that age range can't talk in full sentences with little to no issues. So when the question of whether or not Kirby can talk is thrown around, us Western fans tend to ignore these longer running pieces of external Kirby media and immediately point out to the Kirby anime without a second thought. That being due to one simple reason. None of these external medias like mangas and the light novels, which I might remind you are coming out to this day, have been officially localized in English. While, as we know, the Kirby anime did get to be translated in English and other languages, while also played on channels that many kids got to see. Not to mention that it was properly advertised and promoted in the channel, and outside of it as well. In comparison, the only Kirby manga to get localized in English was the Korokoro run, as a recompiled collection called Kirby Manga Mania in 2021, which is near impossible to find in the wild and hasn't even been advertised. The Kirby anime was the wrong thing in the right time. Well, the Kirby mangas were left back in the dust over at Japan. And when they began to be drip-fed to the US, it was just too little, too late to show America and English speakers what the Kirby world truly is like. But then comes the question, why did Kirby speak in these mangas in the first place? Well, this Sakurai quote is from around 2001, long after the first couple of games were established, and while Kirby's personality in the anime is built off an attempt of making a personality-less character, in the mangas, Kirby's personality is built up from what's shown in the source material, the games. While it is true that Kirby does not speak in-game, if you look at the instruction booklets included in these games, like Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Adventure, something stands out. As soon as page 4 of Kirby's Dream Land's instruction booklet, it states, "Suddenly, a spry little boy named Kirby happened along and said, 'Don't worry, I'll get your sparkling stars back.'" That giving us a direct quote from Kirby, talking in universe. In the instruction booklet for Kirby's Adventure, Kirby can also be seen stating some lines in universe. "What happened? I didn't have any dreams during my lunch nap." Alongside Kirby's conversation with Dedede when encountering him bathing in the Fountain of Dreams. While neither of these events are seen or told this exact way in-game, it's safe to assume that these are true to canon, as there are no conflicts between them and the information stated in-game. Not to mention that most games during these times use the instruction booklet to tell the current story being shown in the game. In fact, the mangas are not the only piece of media before the anime that shows Kirby being capable of speech. These were released before most mangas mentioned earlier, and they don't just show that Kirby can speak, but lets us directly hear him speak. And you're probably familiar with this voice.
Hi, Kirby だよ。こんにちは。
In August 1st, 1994, a comic book retelling Kirby's Adventure released, and with it came a drama CD, where Kirby is given a voice. That being by the wonderful Taiko Kawata, mostly known for being the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog's Amy Rose.
すごい。
In this CD, Kirby talks, and oh boy do they talk a lot. This CD has one of my favorite portrayals of Kirby's personality ever. In it, Kirby introduces you to Dreamland, plays around with you, eats a bunch, goes to the beach, kills a Waddle Dee, and some other cute shenanigans. This is not only how Kirby speaks, but how they act. They're silly and hyper, naive and childlike, cute and adorable, and amazing and perfect, and I love them so much. This is what Kirby sounds and acts like to me, and I highly recommend you to give the full CD a listen if you love Kirby as much as I do. But that's not the only time we hear Kirby's voice. It's not even the first! A week prior to the drama CD, in July 21st, 1994, Sony Records published a CD for Kirby's Adventure. Alongside the game's soundtrack, it also included 8 vocal remixes of some of the game's most popular tracks. While being a vibe, the final track, Goodnight Kirby, a remix of the game's credits theme, has Mako Miyata, the singer of these tracks, joined by a high-pitched voice who sings along with her. This right here is also one of the first times we get to hear Kirby's voice.
Good night.
Cute, isn't it? Another time we see Kirby speak was 1 year later in an educational VHS released by Shongakukan in 1995, known as Mario Kirby Masterpiece Video. The educational video has 2 parts, with each part themed after a different Nintendo-owned property. The first part is Mario-themed, while the other one stars Kirby helping a little puppy find their way back to their mother. In this, Kirby also speaks. Unlike the previous time where we hear Kirby speak with a high-pitched filter, and the more cutesy way they speak in the Drama CD, Mayumi Tanaka, the voice actress that narrated and voiced the characters, mostly known as the voice of One Piece's Monkey D. Luffy, gave Kirby a cute but gruffer voice, like that of a young spry little boy.
泣かないで。僕がお母さんを探してあげるから。
However, the first time Japanese audiences get to hear Kirby speak was in 2 commercial videos presented in stores to advertise Kirby's Adventure and Kirby's Pinball Land in 1993. In both of these videos, Kirby can be seen and heard talking throughout most of the presentation, with him even doing all of the talking in the Kirby's Pinball Land video.
カービィのピンボールは久々の目指せハイスコア型ゲーム。バンバンぶつけてピンボールの王者を目指そう。じゃあピンボールランドで待ってるよ。
Unfortunately, we do not know who voiced Kirby for both of these videos, as the voice actor is sadly not credited. So, there we have it! Kirby has been able to talk since the very beginning, and while it's not shown in-game, external media shows Kirby talking, therefore it is canon. While the Kirby anime is not part of the games, and therefore is not canon. Because as we all know, if it's not told in the games, it's not canon. External media is not canon. Fuck! So as you can see, all of the evidence I've provided so far in favor of Kirby's speech come from non-canon sources that are somewhat faithful to the main canon, but aren't factual to it. For something to be canon, at least in my eyes, it has to be directly stated or heavily hinted at in the source media, or side media that is directly stated to be canon or close to it. And none of this media is canon, with the exception of the instruction booklets, which can be argued against due to them being possibly retconned thanks to the remakes of these games. So, to truly bring an end to the argument of whether or not Kirby can speak, we will have to look at the source, and more specifically, the current version of this world. Let's see what the games say about what Kirby can say. Yes, that's literally what it means. Kirby's most common voice clip means yes in Japanese. It also means okay, here, right. It's basically an affirmative interjection. It's a word that expresses emotion. Hi is the opposite of Poyo. Hi stands for everything against what Poyo stood for. Hi shows that Kirby has emotion, character, and most importantly, Hi shows us that Kirby can speak. The only thing these two have in common is that they make Kirby look cute. And you know what's funny? The first game to give Kirby voice clips is Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. In it, Kirby goes, "Hi!" And ever since, Kirby has said it in every single game. Kirby has been speaking since the very beginning, and it has been right under our noses without us even knowing. Whenever the question is asked, "Can Kirby speak?" there is a single answer to it, and that is yes. Oh yeah, and also Kirby uses other Japanese interjections in game, like the occasional which means it hurts. Also in the Kirby 30th Anniversary Music Fest, Kirby can be heard saying bye-bye and literally telling us Goodbye, thank you. Some might say that, oh, those are just phrases, not full sentences. But tell me, can Mario not speak because he only says, "Here we go"? In most games? Can Link not speak because he goes, even though he has dialogue options? The same goes for Kirby. They're just a quiet little guy. However, what if I told you that there's more on-screen evidence of Kirby speaking? I must ask you, have you ever heard of off-screen descriptions? If you're a Kirby fanatic, which you might as well be, you're deep into a Kirby lore video, anything and everything these pause descriptions say is canon. Well, for the most part. And, as it turns out, Kirby also has a bunch of pause descriptions. One per ability per game, in fact. And while most of them are unimportant flavor text, some of them have cute little details about each ability. Like, did you know that Kirby's hammer for the hammer ability was lent down from DDD? That's so cute! So wanna see what the description for the sleep ability for almost every single game is like? All of them go somewhere along the lines of, "Phew, please let me sleep for 5 more minutes." Is that what I think it is? Is that written dialogue directly from Kirby? That's right. Written, irrefutable evidence that Kirby can talk in full sentences, just like the big boy they are. So, there you have it. A comprehensive look at the entire history of Kirby's ability to speak. All done to answer a simple question raised by a dumb decision taken during the development of what has become the single most influential piece of Kirby media in the West. Kirby can say, "I love you" back. Right, Kirby? Kirby, wake up! Say something! Oh, that's just a plush. Huh, what's that? Oh, hi, Kirby!
Oh goodness, I might die soon!
Never mind, I don't think Kirby should speak anymore. I take it back. Thank you so much, Craig Crab, and all of my other Patreon supporters throughout the development of this video, and to you for watching. Have a great day. Bye!